Hello there, my lovely darlings. Welcome, welcome. Daniela here of ReadyYLF, and today is my day 11 of my monthly video challenge. Coming to you this evening from my bedroom office as I just finished dinner and I'm about to hop on this evening's client call. So I wanted to come to you and say, yay, happy caring on myself, loving on myself, care challenge day. I'm so excited that we got started. I can't wait for you all to continue to participate this week. I had a fabulous day taking care of myself, as you saw this morning, starting off with a bath. And this evening, I'm actually continuing the trend. And instead of, I would say, filling out my planner, but I don't use a planner. I use these. And I also wanted to come to you briefly and wrap on some thoughts. Oh, message. And wrap on some thoughts briefly about putting yourself first. And the fact that for so many of us, we have really been conditioned into believing that putting ourselves first is the worst, most narcissistic, evil, self-serving, destructive thing that you could possibly be doing with your life. You know, it's all about putting yourself beneath the boot of somebody else so that you could lift them up. Well, here's the thing, my darlings. As I'm sure most of you have come to discover in your life, that's not exactly how life actually works. So what they tell us as kids, what should happen if we are, if we devote our lives to be, wow, I cannot talk tonight. What is up? I'm getting interfered with or something. That it's not about being narcissistic. That we have been conditioned, more or less. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought and I'm having to restart. That we have been conditioned, more or less, from childhood by society, and they conditioned our parents and teachers and all of them. They conditioned us, and we're conditioning our kids the same exact way, unless, of course, you stop the cycle, which hopefully that's what you parents, lovely souls here who have children, are hopefully here doing. Amongst other things. But point being is that putting yourself first on your list of priorities of things to take care of and maintain well-being, we're last on the list. Always. And not only by putting ourselves last on the list are we telling other people that we put ourselves last on our own list, that they can put us last on their list. And in addition to that, by putting yourself last on your own list of priorities, think about this for a moment. Think about how damaging that is to a child's psyche to learn. And it's not that, the world entirely revolves around you, or the child, or me, or, whoever we're talking about. But it's that your own personal choices should put you and your well-being at the forefront of the priority list. As they say in the airplanes, put your air mask on first before helping the person next to you, before helping children and invalids, or whatever they say. Because if we don't help ourselves first, if we don't practice this, and that's part of why I wanted to do this whole self-care thing this whole week, to encourage you all to get as much love on yourself as you can, because we all have been taught and conditioned that putting ourselves first is one of the worst possible things that we can be doing with our time. And it's absolutely mad. Because if we don't have a reserve of energy to give to other people or to devote to a work or a career, or a hobby that we love, or our children or our friends or whatever, if we don't have that energy, if we don't have the drive, if we don't have the motivation, the passion, the vitality to actually go and pursue, like take action on all of these things, then what point is doing any of that? Because it's not going to come from the heart. It's going to be half-assed. All of these things. Which, of course, when if you're anything like me, that when you half-ass stuff, you feel it in your heart. You're kind of like, I kind of half-assed that. And, right? So how does that make you feel on the inside? Well, because we've been taught so long that that feeling is acceptable. Us putting ourselves last is acceptable. Us feeling the, I really wish that I got, more support and more love, and encouragement from da-da-da-da. Well, that's great. But what's happening is because we are not showing ourselves that love, it silently instructs every single person that we come in contact with that they don't have to put us high on their priority list either. So start practicing putting yourself on a higher priority list. Is it going to happen all at once? No, probably not. But there are definite moves that you can make, starting with participating in something like this, which is easy, it's free, you get to win prizes for taking care of yourself. It's something that can get your tiptoe into the water of trying something different, of trying a different way of experiencing life. Because up until this point, you've been doing what we should have been doing, which is putting everyone and everything else around us first, and ourselves and our well-being, our health, our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, our priorities. We're putting those last. So, how well has that really been working for you? It's a hard question. It seems like maybe a kind of a rude question, but I'm going to be real with you guys. How well has that been working for you? Putting everybody else first before yourself. It doesn't work that well because you get burnt out, and you get tired, and you get resentful because you keep putting out, and you put out, and you put out, and that sounds bad, but you put out, and then not only do you not have anything left for yourself to give to yourself, love or attention or anything, but then again, you're teaching the person on the receiving end that you are low on the totem pole. So you are not going to get out of them their best towards you. They're not going to give you their best because you're not asking for it. Whoop. Message. Some of you lovely ladies in the group commenting on things. We're not getting that love and that support because we're not asking for it from ourselves. That's what self-care is. That's what loving on my self-care challenge is. That's what all of these things are that you see that, it's like work in your planner or, take a bath or color or, come up with a happy songs playlist or, do a fun dance or these things are not necessarily meaningful in and of themselves unless we give them the meaning that with this tool, being the bath or being the organization, which is what planning your planner is, because we feel better when we feel like we have a plan, we have like some kind of organization, that we have some kind of logic and that there's a plan in place and then, okay, now we can leave that alone. We feel better when we have that. That's what it's about. It's about using these tools to change how you feel about yourself through working with yourself. Instead of, what is that great quote? essentially, at the gist of it, is that it's insanity to rest your happiness in the hands of somebody who isn't you. You are the only one that's in control of your own happiness, your own peace of mind. And if you're not getting that, you may need to look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself, which will probably not be a pleasant conversation. I will let you know. It's not pleasant. Most people can't even look their own selves in the eyes in the mirror. This is how little love we give ourselves, folks. This is how little love we give ourselves, is that we could barely look ourselves in the face in the mirror because we loathe ourselves so much. Because we have been taught and conditioned to loathe ourselves for no reason. Well, what I would consider no reason, and that's a whole other topic. But love on yourself. Prioritize yourself. By prioritizing yourself, not only do you feel better about being higher on your own priority list, as in you hold weight and importance with yourself, but that teaches other people how to treat you. That is so monumentally true, I cannot even begin to describe it to you. At least not now in this moment, because I'm kind of like off on another tangent. But point being, I gotta go to this client call. But spend some more time with yourself. Love on yourself. Participate in this challenge. Enjoy it. That's what it's here for. Enjoy this process. The process and the system that I teach is not about trying to get yourself into this monastic, Spartan-like, hyper-focused world where all you do is spirituality. But it's about bringing the focus in a fun way. Bringing these tools in a fun way that's actually accessible for us to do in our everyday lives that we have to deal with in the physical. So treat yourself. Show yourself some love. Put yourself higher on your own priority list. That is my love to you. Those are my words to you for the evening for my day 11 of my month-long challenge. Day 2 of the Love and Know My Self-Care Challenge is coming up tomorrow, and they will have 5 more fantastic activities for you to do one of. Pop in the comments and enter to win one of those 2 fabulous prizes, which after this client call, I'm going to go back to tweaking that up for you guys so that those prizes will be ready for you this weekend. I can't wait to get them to you. I can't wait to get your feedback on them. I am so stoked to finally be putting these out to you. So, to everyone, have a fabulous weekend. Have a fabulous weekend. My brain tonight, you guys, you've been hearing me. My brain, I've been hearing me, and I've just been kind of letting it go. My brain tonight, you guys. Oh my God, my poor client. I'm going to have to warn her ahead of time. Anywho, I love you all. Have a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching. This is Daniela of ReadyYLF. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Love on yourself.